Hi, if you're enjoying these episodes, give a thumbs up, and to support the channel, subscribe and hit the bell for notifications of new videos coming out. Now let's get started on the installation. The positioning of this ventilator is directly above the kitchen exhaust duct from a range hood. I've added a screw from the bottom side of this corrugated iron so we know exactly where it's going to go. Here I removed the tiles where the flashing has got to sit underneath them. So I'm also removing the screws from the existing corrugated iron so the flashing will sit flush underneath them, and then the screws will be returned back to their position once the flashing is in place. So I'm going to position the high side of this flashing so it's at least 50mm under the tile. And then we're going to mark the hole out so it's exactly in the correct position. So I'm going to use an old chisel and a hammer to make the hole in this roof. So think safety first, always protect yourself with the proper PPE and don't risk getting hurt. Now you can see that duct there, that's from the range hood. That's the exhaust from the range hood. So this ventilator is going to act as two purposes. So a kitchen exhaust vent and a roof vent. So that'll help in the summer to get the hot air out of the roof as well. So here we're shaping the flashing base. So it contours around the corrugated iron, and then once we've got the right contours, we're going to add some silicone and then screw it down. See on the markup on the left of the screen, I've lifted the concave parts of the corrugated iron so it stops water run back into the roof. It's very important that you do this before you screw the flashing base down. Here I'm installing the original roof screws, and then use small galvanised Tek screws to attach the flashing down to the corrugated iron. Use a pair of pliers to lift the high side of the flashing to make a little ridge to stop any water run back. Here I just add a little bit of silicone where I couldn't quite lift the ridge on the flashing there, and then add some silicone to all the screws due to the fact that these screws don't have a rubber seal. Just checking the fit of the cowl. Now it's time to reinstall the roof tiles. We've just got to make sure that the end of the roof tile sits well in front of that ridge we made on the flashing. That way it prevents any water going back into that gap there and running into the roof. Now when installing the cowl, make sure you don't add any silicone around the edge there, because any condensation on the inside of that cowl will run down on that rim there and acts like a gutter, so condensation will run out instead of running in. Rotate the top to adjust the pitch so the ventilator becomes level.